All right, more potential cope brought to you by It's K Bakes.
Y'all are going to absolutely hate me when I tell you this, but please let me teach y'all the game. So boom, there was this guy that I was talking to and I never really liked him, but we were always cool. Well, all of a sudden, this man gets to acting super nonchalant with me. And ever since he's been acting super nonchalant, he's been in my head rent free, and I hate that shit, y'all.
Once in a while, they'll come out and admit the truth, and you start to realize the ego that's at play at all times. If a girl keeps you around at all, it means that there's some level of potential, whether from a value perspective or an attraction perspective, or both. If you were completely useless in her mind, it's unlikely that she would want to have you around in the first place. Once we accept that law, now we have to move on to the next one. Girls are so used to being desired because they live in a permanent state of hyper abundance. When that one guy doesn't give them the attention they think they deserve, immediately makes them wonder what the is going on. This is just basic laws of human nature. Women are attracted to power. True value is demonstrated through behavior, not through talking, or your career, or the number of M's on your bank account. Now, all these things could be an indicator of value, but they all fall short if you don't act the part. A lot of people will go to insane lengths out of their insecurity, even as far as make millions of dollars to justify why they're worth something. But in their behavior, they always remain scarce. This is often why a lot of guys have the question, how come that guy could be so attractive, have that much money, and still struggle with women? Because he's still insecure despite having those things. Let's keep going.
So the other day, I'm on the phone with my sister and I'm telling her about this man. And I'm explaining to her how this man has been in my head, living rent-free, just taking up space in my head. So my sis asked me like, well, do you think you like this dude? And I'm like, I've been thinking about him so much, maybe I do like this dude. Then when I'm on the phone with her, there was a long pause and my sister was like, you don't like this man. And then I'm like, you're right, I never liked this man. I don't like this man. But then there's another long pause and I'm like, oh my God, do you know what it is? And she's like, what? I'm like, it's not that I like him. It's the fact that I want him to like me more than I like him. She's on the phone with me looking at me confused as hell, like, what the fuck is she talking about? And I'm trying to explain to my sister, like, that's it. It's the chase for me. I never liked this dude. But since he's been acting so nonchalant, it's giving me the idea that now I like him more than he actually likes me. So once I get this man back on my nuts, I won't have a desire for him anymore. It was always the chase. Then I'm sitting there on the phone with my sister, y'all, and I'm like, nah, it's not the chase. It's about me. It's always been about me. And now my sister's looking at me like I'm a crazy person. And I'm trying to explain to my sister, like, once I get this man to like me more than I actually like him again, it's going to be an ego boost for me. And I'm telling her, this is nothing more than a chase to boost my own ego.
This girl's essentially now explained the fundamental difference between a girl that's only out there for attention and validation and a girl that actually likes you. For some reason, it's taboo to say this, but here's the truth. There is many women out there that have no problem using men to boost their own ego. They don't have any vested interest in him. They don't really care if he gains anything at all. They essentially just need him to validate themselves. A lot of times, this is how girls work through their droughts. They want affection, they want a guy, but there's no guy available. This can be one of the ways they use to get over their dry spells. This way they can meet all their validation requirements, but they themselves never invest anything, so they don't lose anything either. They're essentially setting up a one-way relationship. Guess whose fault that truly is? The guy's fault. The guy is always responsible for making sure that he's not in a one-way relationship. Unfortunately, there's too many nice guys out there that are going to forever just give endless amounts of validation for nothing in return and claim that it's the right thing to do. I guess we probably need to thank them for doing the dirty work.
Because the only person I'm thinking about in this situation is me. And my sister at this point is like, I get what you're saying, but you're insane. You're a true villain. And she's right. I'm making this video to tell y'all to be careful out there. It's a cold world we living in, y'all, but game is game, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to avoid a person like me from destroying your mental. As soon as the person that you're interested in stops giving you the energy that they started off with, you need to leave. No ifs, ands, or buts. And once they start to realize that you're trying to leave, they're going to start to breadcrumb you back in so that you don't leave and that they can once again win. So, to avoid getting your feelings hurt, all in all, just leave, y'all. There are some people in this world, y'all, that are willing to breadcrumb you into liking them. And once they know they have you hooked, they feel absolutely nothing and they leave you hooked. Because at the end of the day, y'all, you were only a pawn in a game to boost their own ego. I hope this helps. Please don't hate me. I love you guys so much. Bye.
It's the unfortunate nature of reality, guys. It's not necessary to go out and be scared of this, but you do have to be aware that it's a possibility. It's pretty easy to screen this out if you have enough awareness about yourself and what's going on. As much as it may not seem fair, it's always your responsibility as the guy to make sure the girl is reciprocating what you're giving. If she doesn't, you're in a one-way relationship. And from the perspective of having a masculine-feminine balance, this makes no sense whatsoever. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check my links in the description below.